Hi everyone, Michelle here, and today we're going to talk about everyone's least favorite thing that actually works: accountability. I know. Just hearing the word probably made you cringe a little because accountability sounds annoying. It sounds like someone breathing down your neck. It sounds like having a hall monitor for your adult life. And you're not wrong. Accountability is annoying. It's also the only reason anything ever gets done. See, here's the problem. We're all really good at lying to ourselves. We're actually excellent at it. We say we're going to do things and then we don't do them. And then we come up with very convincing reasons why we couldn't. I was too tired. I didn't have time. I'll start it Monday. And when you're only accountable to yourself, you let yourself get away with it because you're very forgiving. You're understanding. You give yourself the benefit of the doubt, which is nice, but it's also why nothing ever changes. So today we're going to talk about why accountability is annoying, why it works anyway, and why you probably need it even though you don't want to admit it. But first, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, I'm Michelle, and I'm so glad you're here. If you enjoyed today's video, please boop the like button's nose and hit that subscribe button while you're at it. You can also click on that little bell to be notified when I post a new video. All right then, let's go. All right, let's just be honest. Nobody likes accountability. We all say we want it. I need someone to hold me accountable. But what we really mean is I need someone to magically make me motivated without actually checking if I did the thing. Because real accountability is uncomfortable. Real accountability is someone texting you and saying, hey, you said you were going to apply to 3 jobs this week. How'd that go? And you having to admit, yeah, I didn't do it. And them asking, okay, why not? What got in the way? And you realizing that your excuse of I was busy is kind of weak when you also watched 6 episodes of a TV show. See? Annoying. We don't like being called out. We don't like admitting we dropped the ball. We don't like having to explain ourselves. When you're only accountable to yourself, you can just not think about it. You can avoid it. You can pretend you're going to do it later, and then later never comes. And nobody says anything. But when someone else is involved, when someone's going to ask you about it, suddenly you can't just pretend it didn't happen. That's why accountability works. And that's why we hate it. It's like going to the dentist. Nobody enjoys it, but if you never go, your teeth fall out. So you go, even though it's uncomfortable. And it's always worth it. Accountability is the dentist of personal development. Necessary, but not fun. Let's talk about the lies we tell ourselves, because this is where accountability really comes in handy. Lie number 1, I'll do it tomorrow. No, you won't. You said that yesterday and the day before and last week. Tomorrow never comes because when tomorrow gets here, it becomes today. And you say the same thing again. An accountability partner or coach will call this out. You've said you'll do it tomorrow for the last 3 weeks. What's really going on? What are you avoiding? Annoying? Yes, but also true. Lie number 2, I don't have time. Okay, maybe you are busy. Maybe you do have a lot going on, but let's be real. You have time. You have time to scroll social media. You have time to watch Netflix. You have time to reorganize your junk drawer for the 3rd time this month. You don't have a time problem. You have a priority problem. And accountability helps you see that, because when you have to tell someone, I didn't do it because I didn't have time, and they ask, what did you do instead? Suddenly you realize how you're actually spending your time. Lie number 3, I'm not ready. And this is a big one. I'm not ready to apply for that job. I'm not ready to have that conversation. I'm not ready to start that project. When will you be ready? What needs to happen first? What does ready even look like? 9 times out of 10, I'm not ready just means I'm scared, which is totally valid, but it's also something you need to acknowledge so you can work through it. Accountability doesn't let you hide behind, I'm not ready. It makes you dig into what's really going on. Lie number 4, it's not the right time. You know what's never the right time? Everything. There's never a perfect moment to make a big change. There's always going to be something else going on, some reason to wait. If you wait for the right time, you'll wait forever. Accountability helps you stop waiting and start doing, even when it's not perfect, even when it's scary. Okay, so accountability is annoying and it makes you face uncomfortable truths about yourself. Great. Why would anybody want that? Because it works. Here's what accountability actually does. First, It makes you follow through. When you know someone's going to ask you about something, you are way more likely to do it. It's just human nature. You can blow off a promise to yourself, but blowing off a promise to someone else, that feels worse. So you do the thing. Is it because you suddenly found motivation? No. It's because you don't want to have that awkward conversation where you admit you didn't do it again. And honestly, that's fine. Whatever gets you moving. Second, accountability helps you see your patterns. When you have to report back to someone regularly, patterns become obvious. I noticed this is the third week in a row you didn't do this. What's happening? Maybe you're overcommitting. Maybe you're self-sabotaging. Maybe you're avoiding something, but you can't see it when you're in it. You need someone outside of you to point it out. Third, accountability gives you someone to problem solve with, because the reason you're not following through might not be what you think it is. You think you're just lazy, but actually you're overwhelmed and you don't know where to start. Or you're scared of failing. Or the goal you set doesn't actually align with what you want. You just think it's what you should want. An accountability partner helps you dig into that, helps you figure out what's really in the way, and then helps you adjust. Fourth, and this is a big one, accountability takes the decision making out of it. You don't have to rely on motivation. You don't have to wait until you feel like it. You just do it because you said you would, and someone's going to ask. Motivation is unreliable. Accountability is consistent, and consistency is what creates change. Now, let's talk about the difference between accountability and nagging, because they're not the same thing. Nagging is someone telling you what to do. You should go to the gym. You should apply for that job. You should stop eating so much junk food. Nagging is annoying and doesn't work because it makes you feel like a child being bossed around, and nobody likes that. Accountability is different. Accountability is based on commitments you made, things you said you wanted to do. A coach or accountability partner isn't telling you what to do. They're asking you about the things you already said mattered to you. You said you wanted to go to the gym 3 times this week. Did you? That's not nagging. That's reminding you of your own goals and checking in on your progress. And here's the key. Good accountability isn't judgmental. It's not about making you feel bad. It's about helping you understand what's getting in the way, so you can actually make progress. If you didn't do the thing, a good accountability partner doesn't shame you. They ask questions. What happened? What got in the way? Was the goal too big? Did something come up? Are you avoiding something? What do you need to adjust? That's supportive accountability. That's the kind that actually helps. Bad accountability is just someone making you feel guilty. Good accountability is someone helping you figure out how to succeed. And that's what you get with a coach. Someone who's trained to ask the right questions. Someone who understands how change actually works. Someone who's going to support you, not shame you. So here's the bottom line. If you've been saying you're going to do something for months and you haven't done it, you need accountability. If you start things and don't finish them, you need accountability. If you make plans and then talk yourself out of them, you need accountability. If you keep waiting for motivation to strike and it never does, you need accountability. I know it sounds annoying. I know it sounds like having a babysitter, but here's the thing, it works. You know what's more annoying than accountability? Staying stuck. Wanting to change and not changing. Watching time go by and realizing you're in the exact same place you were a year ago. That's way more annoying than having someone check in with you once a week. Accountability is uncomfortable, but you know what's also uncomfortable? Regret. Feeling like you're wasting your potential. Knowing you could be doing more, but you're not. So yeah, accountability is annoying, but it's also the thing that's going to get you unstuck. If you're tired of saying you're going to do things and then not doing them, let's talk. I offer free clarity calls where we can figure out what's keeping you stuck and how accountability could help. Links in the description, or head to my website at michellelandcoaching.org. And look, I get it. Nobody wakes up thinking, you know what I need? Someone to make me uncomfortable and ask me hard questions. But that's exactly what you need, because the comfortable path is the one you've been on and it's not working. So let's try the annoying thing that actually works. Drop me a comment and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.